This video will guide you through 8 steps needed to write a compensation agreement. Compensation agreement drafting is a frequently requested service on the Contracts Council platform, since business owners or contractors want to make sure they are legally protected when defining compensation terms. If you need to write a compensation agreement, this video is for you. Before we start, just a brief disclaimer. The following information is provided for educational purposes and in no way constitutes legal advice. For legal advice, we encourage you to consult a licensed attorney. We will cover the purpose of compensation agreements, key terms to include in your document, and 8 steps to follow to write your agreement. We've also added a link below with information on lawyer pricing if you want to know the cost of hiring a lawyer. Now let's get started. Purpose of compensation agreements. Compensation agreements are legally binding agreements between an employer and an employee or contractor that outline the terms of compensation. The purpose of compensation agreements is to clearly define the compensation terms, protect the rights of both parties, and ensure mutual understanding of payment expectations. Without using agreements, parties can open themselves up to legal issues or disputes. Some reasons why using a compensation agreement is important are as follows. 1. They create a clear agreement of compensation terms and conditions. 2. They protect both the employer and employee's rights. 3. They lessen the possibility of payment disputes. And 4. They ensure compliance with employment and contract laws. What to include in a compensation agreement? There are common terms used in compensation agreements. Here are some you will find. 1. Names of the parties. The agreement includes the legal names of the employer and the employee or contractor. 2. Compensation details. This section specifies the salary, hourly rate, or payment structure the employee and contractor will receive. 3. Payment schedule. This outlines the frequency and method of payment. For example, a business may pay a contractor monthly or weekly. 4. Benefits. This details any additional benefits, such as health insurance, retirement plans, or bonuses if being offered. 5. Tax withholding. This specifies any tax withholdings and responsibilities by the employer and employee or contractor. 6. Confidentiality. This protects any confidential information related to compensation. 7. Termination. This sets rules on how the compensation agreement can be terminated by either party. And 8. Dispute resolution. This details the procedure the parties can take in the event of a dispute. 8 steps to writing a compensation agreement. Here is a list of 8 steps you can follow to draft your compensation agreement. 1. Review the commonly used clauses discussed earlier in this video or find a template online to use as a reference. This will allow you to know what to include. 2. Identify the key information you want to include in your agreement. This may include details about compensation, payment schedule, and benefits. 3. It is critical to use clear and concise language that both parties can understand. 4. Once you've written your clauses, organize them so that they are logical. For example, you likely want to have the compensation details section come before the benefits section. 5. Be sure to incorporate any applicable laws and regulations that may be specific to your state or industry. Employment has many laws and regulations, so you want to make sure your agreement complies. Note this may require research. 6. If you are unsure about anything, consider using Contracts Council's platform to seek advice from an experienced employment lawyer that works on compensation agreements. 7. Review and revise the agreement to make the language clearer and confirm you have included everything needed. And 8. Create a single document to serve as your compensation agreement and ensure both parties have access to it. Drafting a compensation agreement is a vital step in protecting both the employer and employee or contractor in a working relationship. If you need help from an experienced lawyer, feel free to search Contracts Council or visit contractscouncil.com and post a job to get quotes from lawyers to help you. Thanks for watching.